YouTube has made a major change that has many content creators up in arms, yet they may have been working on flawed business models to begin with. We'll look at this and more in depth on the next 5-Minute Smack. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers. Welcome to this 5-Minute Smack. Abigail Van Buren said, "Water may be free, but when they pipe it to you, you gotta pay for the piping and the piper." Now, this week, the piper, aka YouTube, had silently changed some of their legalese for those who run paid product placement within their videos. The new verbiage basically states, you may include paid product placement in your video content. All product placements will need to conform to our ad policies. Now, within those ad policies, it states if you get paid to do a product placement like an ad within a video or a whole video featuring around a product, you must mark it as a paid placement when uploading the video. YouTube may then require up to a 45% cut of the revenues you made from that sponsorship. So basically, if you have a $10,000 sponsorship from Acme Cola, YouTube may ask for up to $4,500 of this sponsorship. But why? Well, let's look at it from the opposite end. If I am Acme Cola and I want to advertise, I would back all my ad dollars on YouTube, or I could circumvent the system and pay a smaller fee to a content creator who could make a very targeted video that might just go viral. You might think that's a good thing for YouTube, but it really isn't. If I then publish Acme Cola without telling YouTube about the product placement, and rival Widget Cola sees their pre-roll ads on Acme Cola videos, then Widget Cola might go back to YouTube and ask for money back or pull their account altogether. Now, that's an extreme reaction, but I've actually seen it happen while creating videos for Fortune 500 companies. They're very sensitive to having their competitors' ads running upon their videos. So what does YouTube call product placement? Now, they've identified placement in two categories: graphic cards versus text cards. Graphic cards are logos, a sponsored company in the frame of the video, like up on the corner here. They could actually include product placement itself. So in other words, don't have a banner ad of Acme Cola sitting on your back wall. It could be identified as a product placement. On the same token, a can of Acme Cola on your desk could also be tagged. What you can have is text, and a text card that doesn't look like the brand graphic at all. Now, this also includes fonts in some cases. So, for example, if Acme Cola has an Acme Cola font, you can't even use the Acme Cola font in the card. It'll be seen as a graphical card. A standard text card might be a lower third or even a mention in a credit roll. If you watch TV shows, the end credits say promotional consideration paid for by the following. This usually acknowledges the placement, but not in a graphical manner. Now let's blur the lines a little bit. Most of my sponsorships are usually coverage to events such as CES or South by Southwest. Now that includes travel, expenses, and more. Let's say that Acme Cola paid for travel and hotel to their event at their headquarters. Now in return, I create a video with Acme Cola logos all over the place. Would YouTube then require a cut from that even if I don't get any money? Now keep in mind the cut would be a percentage of sponsorship dollars minus expenses accrued. So if you had $10,000 from a sponsor and it took you $5,000 for travel, hotel, and coverage and stuff like that, they would then take the percentage from the remaining amount. In this case, with hotel and travel paid for, it would most likely be a wash. Now here's another example. If you do product reviews and you get items from the companies, does that factor into product placement? A product you get to keep is usually considered taxable income. Now, who really gets affected here? First of all, this is for YouTube partners who must run ads from AdSense, the pre-roll and the in-stream in the majority of their videos. While small fish might run under the radar a little bit, bigger fish with millions of subscribers may get hit the most. After all, they could make $100,000 or more on YouTube ads, then another large amount from a sponsor because of high views and likes that they get on every video. After all, if you make $100,000 on videos that included Widget Cola and you've got a sponsor of Acme Cola, that's a conflict of interest right there. Now, if you're on a partner network like Machinima, TGN, Social Blade, and others, Google's fees are already taken out before you even see your share. As long as you're not procuring your own ad dollars, which some of these partner networks prohibit anyway. Now, does this mean I should close my YouTube partnership channel and just run off of ad sponsorships? I suppose you could, but you do lose a lot of options from YouTube and your channel. Now, I actually stopped running in-ad sponsorships on videos such as this one. The reason why basically came down to a game of numbers. No ad sponsor wanted to pay residuals if I went over a certain time frame or amount of views. Yeah, I got cash up front, but years from now, I could still be making those companies money and not see a single dime from it. Policing this new policy. Now, there's going to be a learning curve off of this. Most likely, bots will determine if your video has product placement and how it affects the overall video and if you're going to get flagged. You might get an email on a video asking if you made money off of it externally, and you basically have to explain that about the video in the email, and then they make the determination from there. However, the bigger issue will be the videos that might get rejected simply because there's a logo of Acme Cola in the background and it's too big. If I'm out at South by Southwest reporting, I might have to be mindful of what gets into my video frame and even blurring out anything that could be considered product placement. Maybe YouTube will start stretching their wings. A couple years ago, Google closed their service where you could apply for specific company banner ads within your website. AdSense still runs on an autonomous link exchange, only giving you options to deny certain brands from your websites. Now, hopefully, YouTube will start giving more sponsorship opportunities for your videos. You might get an email to put a static ad in your video, or CPM or fixed price. You might even get something to make a video based around the product, where they're getting their cut. Now, if I knew that I was getting a good price for each time I run a specific ad or do a video like that where YouTube does get their cut, I'd be happy to build something around it. The bottom line, YouTube has a video repository that's free to upload to, and which users upload 300 hours of content per minute to it. It's the #2 search engine and it is in 75 countries worldwide. That means you could get more famous in Japan than you would in the United States. Even George Clooney was quoted as saying, "I go on YouTube when somebody says to look something up." There are ways everyone can get paid for their content. Most of us don't go to work and get paid while also getting a sponsorship fee for doing our jobs. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Do you? Let me know. You can tweet me over at Geekazine, geekazine@gmail.com. Think magazine, put in a geek. You have other options too. I mean, you can go from YouTube to Vimeo. You can go to Facebook, and you can put your content up there. There's different monetization scales. There's different companies that will help you bring your ads in. You can go to one of the partner networks and have them take care of your ads for you. Different options, but which is the option that works best for you? Thanks a lot for watching. You guys have a great one. We'll see you next time. And until then, you guys geek out.